Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tornado Survival Season 7, Episode 21, I think. And in today's episode, we were going to start on the airport tower thingamabobber, magoo, whatever you want to call it. I was thinking about putting it right around here, because this seems like a pretty good spot to me. And I don't think we're ever going to build anything over here anyways, so might as well put an airport tower, because I've built one in, I think, 1 or 2 seasons now, so we're just going to do it in this one, because why not? We're just going to kind of implement everything in from previous seasons into here, and just kind of go with the flow, I guess. So the reason we're building an airport tower is because it's just something that I usually build in every world I make, and you know, I'm thinking about adding the flans mod back. I'm recording this right after I finish the last episode so that I have something to upload throughout the week. And yeah, so I want to get started on this. I can't promise that I'm going to finish it this episode. This backpack is an absolute mess. I'm going to keep the stone because we're going to need it. I'd more or less like to get it laid out this episode and not really focus on finishing it, because there are quite a lot of resources that I still have to gather. So we're gonna focus on that this episode. I have to gather up a bunch of glass, which I know I have some glass at the other base, but not a whole lot to actually do this. I have all the stone in the world, so that's not really a problem. But our main problem right now is the glass. And I don't really have that much dye either, I don't think, so we're gonna have to gather that too. So, and here we go. I can't move. It's doing it on my other keyboard too, so this has to be a computer related problem. Okay, I'm not even holding it down. Okay, you know, just keep your cool. Keep your cool. I'm not even holding it down. Jesus Christ, bro. Alright, so where's the sun at? I can't see it out that window, so I guess that's a good sign. So what we're really going to have to gather right now is we're going to have to gather ink sacs from the squids, of course, and we're going to have to go over to the beaches over there and gather up a bunch of sand. And the glass is used for the dome part of the airport tower, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know how many stacks it takes. It's quite a few. This is quite a stone-heavy build, so luckily I've been doing a lot of silk touch gathering with all the rooms I've been mining out in the other base, and some caving I've been doing. Luckily we got some squids that spawn here, so we'll go ahead and kill them. I feel like I do this in every series, and just go around and kill squids, because one, it's kind of fun, and 2, it's kind of required if you want to build an airport tower. Because I use the gray stained glass. And I'm going to go ahead and just mention right now that the airport tower I'm building is nowhere close to my design. That's why I'm using this specific glass, because it's Tanner's design. And I use the same design in Season 5. So, yeah. Originality isn't always necessary. It's nice to, you know, support the other creators and reuse, steal some of their ideas. You know, it never hurts. I mean, hey, maybe later in the season I'll copy one of Killer's builds. You never know. Yeah, don't ever count on that happening. So, yeah, I'm gonna gather up the rest of these squids and gather up some sand, and I guess we'll begin. Okay, so it actually turns out I have a bunch of glass over here from when I did the Enderman farm, because I gathered up quite a bit of sand. So I think we're actually going to use this and pray that it's enough. It should be. I don't see why this wouldn't be enough. I don't think I need that much. That should honestly do it right there. So let's find some bones. I don't know if I have any. Oh, I do. So let's go ahead, and this is how you do it. You just combine these two together, and that's it. So I might have gathered a little too many squids, but this should honestly be enough, and I guess we can go ahead and actually start on the tower this episode. I didn't realize I had all this glass and stuff over here. So what happens when you play in a world so much. That's what happens. We got a lot of dye to spare. I think I'll keep a stack on me. But I'll put the rest of this away. I don't need these pumpkins either. So we're gonna gather up a chest or two. Where do I keep them? Here, let's grab 2 of these. And storm. Looks like it's heading away, so I don't really care. We're going to gather a bunch of stone. See where all of this gets us. Gather up more than that. Yeah, that should be enough. And we're gonna go map out the runway. That's usually the first step of this. We're gonna sleep real quick because I don't want to deal with mobs. Usually the first thing you want to do when you build an airport tower is build a landing strip, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Probably gonna have to do a bit of terraforming. That's no real surprise. It really just depends on how much terraforming has to be done. I'm gonna clean this up eventually too. I'll probably do that off camera. So I was wanting to build this up here somewhere. I don't know where this tree line is. I think this is way too far. Let's try right here. I think right here is actually a much better spot. Yeah. So we're gonna place this stuff down here. We're going to just level all of this and hope for the best. I want this to look natural too, so we're not going to half-ass this like I've done in the past. I think as natural as I can get this is as good as it's going to get. I want this all to be level. I don't want it to be shallow or deeper or anything. I want it all to be the same level. So yeah, I think this is far back enough. Yeah. And we're gonna flatten this here. I don't want to flatten too much because I don't want this to look so flat. So I want to try to leave some kind of elevation here. That'd be nice. I don't know how big I'm going to make this necessarily. I might load up the Season 5 world to get an idea of how big I want to make this. So yeah, I'm gonna check out that world's runway real quick. I'll show that to you guys, and yeah, I'll make a decision. And sirens going off. I was wondering what that sound was. Let's see what this is doing. Haven't heard the sirens in a while, so I was confused. It's heading away, so who cares? See, I'm gonna load up the Season 5 world and we'll get a good look at how big that runway actually is. Okay, so here we are in the Season 5 world. And this is the airport tower. This is the same design we're using. And this is how big the runway actually is, which I think this is a pretty decent size. And we'll try to get an aerial view here just to see what we're looking like. Yeah, I think this is pretty decent. I'm not going to count, so we're just going to go fairly similar to this, and hopefully it turns out this good. But we're using the same design, of course. I don't know if I'm going to put anything in here. I plan to actually put the beacon in here once, because we do have the beacon in the other world. I'm kind of getting the two worlds confused now. But I do plan to put the beacon back in here. And the other world, oh god, and put a forecaster in here as well, siren and stuff. Just the normal necessities, pretty much just replicate this, pretty much just copy and paste it in the other world is what I'm going to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess we'll get back to that world and get started with this. Okay, so I want to start this about right here, maybe. Let's just flatten all this. We don't need it here. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do quite a bit of terraforming. I think what I've done here is not even close to enough. So let's go ahead and just get rid of all this just to soothe my needs. And there's a lot of grass around here as well, so this is gonna get annoying. But basically, we're gonna have the runway start somewhere around here. I think, like, right here. Have it just shoot all the way through here. Yeah, this entire hill might have to go. Let's see, how far does this go? Let's not run too deep here. I might have to just bring it back quite significantly to, like, here. So this is going to require quite a bit of terraforming. So this is going to be fun. And there's apparently a water lake right here. So we're going to have to patch this up. So let's do that. I guess to not bore you guys more than what you already are, I'm going to do this terraforming and patch all this stuff up, and I guess we'll get started. Alright, so whilst I was working on the terraforming, a storm spawned, and it's kind of taking an interesting path, needless to say. It's putting the house and the weather tower at risk, but more specifically the weather tower. This is what I've got done so far. I went a little too deep over here, so I'm working on correcting that. But what is this on? 0.1. It seems like it's a lot heavier than 0.1. So I guess we'll see what the storm does, because this could get interesting. I've done a lot of terraforming, and I mean a lot of terraforming. So let's see what this decides to do, if it does anything. I'm not really concerned about it hitting anything now. It was originally going that way, so that's why I had some concern. But I guess we'll chase it. It's not often we see storms around here. Might as well get some kind of thumbnail. Just give it a minute. It just started hailing, so this might take a little bit of time. But, you know, doesn't hurt to chase, considering we never see storms now. And try to get some kind of thumbnail. So I've been struggling to do that lately. Come on, any day now. You know, it could just weaken. Doesn't necessarily have to turn into a tornado. But, you know, do what you want. Not being forced to do anything, although it'd be nice to chase something for once. And it's weakening, so how anticlimactic. Alright, well, yeah, I'm gonna replace this layer with dirt, patch up that back half that I messed up, and I guess we'll get started on the runway. Alright, so that's this fixed pretty much, and I think we're gonna make it just a little bit longer. Let's see. This might be a little too long, actually. Yeah, we're gonna move this in to about, let's see, how's that? Might still be a little too long, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna have to bring this up to more terraforming that I have to do. Alright, well, I guess since I haven't really been showing much of this, I'll do a time lapse, because, you know, switching it up. Alright, so as you guys can probably tell, I've been having a lot of lag issues, but yeah, I think this is good enough, honestly. I might have to bring it out a little bit more this way, because I plan to put the tower roughly right here. So it's probably going to have to come back out just a little bit more. But we're not really focusing on building the actual tower this episode. We're focused on getting the runway built. So let's go ahead and clear out all this junk. Grab a bunch of stone. Let's see if I have a crafting table in here. I can just make one. So what we want to do is we want to make a bunch of stone slabs. That should be enough. And we want to outline this entire perimeter I dug out here in this. And this is going to be our runway. We're going to convert this to stone, obviously, and luckily, since I have a faster shovel, it won't take us too long. It's just the longest part about this is just actually placing the blocks. And I think we'll get like the first layer, the first part of the airport tower done this episode, and then we'll finish it up next episode. I think 2 episodes on this is good enough. Yeah. So let's just dig all this out now. Let's break that radar. Another storm ended up spawning from what I can see, but it started weakening like the last one did. So let's just dig all this out. We're getting plenty of dirt from this too. So that's handy dandy, I guess. And I did some thinking while I was working on terraforming. I think instead of adding the flans mod, I'm just going to re-add the mod I used in Season 5, the Mr. Crayfish vehicle mod. Because that one seemed more user-friendly than flans does. So, yeah, that's going to give us a little bit of more things to do in this series. I have to build a Phelium farm and a Blaze farm, and I already got an Enderman farm, so that's not going to be too complicated. But, yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and place all of this stone, which this shouldn't take too long to do. Just a matter of spam placing everything, and I think I'm going to mine this coal right here, because we need coal desperately. So let's just get as much as I can. And let's go clear my inventory some. We don't need any of that. Don't need flowers. So yeah, let's place all of the stone down. Shouldn't take too long, like I said. You're just placing stone. And do I have torches? I do. So we're going to place a torch on each of these corners. Just like so. Just so that the corners are lit up, and mobs will spawn on this runway, unfortunately, but there's not much I can do about it. This is like a strategic way I learned of placing it, but you of course miss a bunch of blocks. So you just hit all those once you go back. So yeah, I think I'm going to put the tower here, because I don't want it to be in the exact center of this. If I really wanted to, I could put a tower on each corner of this, but I think that's just dumb. It's a waste of resources. Something you can do in like a city roleplay world, but for a world like this, I think that's just a little too much. And for it to actually look good, you'd have to have like a big landing strip and probably a whole airport, which I'm not doing. If I wanted a whole airport, it'd be on like a roleplay world like I just mentioned, and I don't have one of those, so I'm not going to be doing that. Boom. Oh, that was a ghost block. So yeah, this isn't complicated to do at all. It's fairly easy, and it does look pretty good. We're gonna get an aerial view, see if we need to make it wider or longer or what. This aerial is always important when it comes to builds. And we're gonna grab one more stack of stone. This didn't use as much stone as I thought it would. It's been a while since I've built one of these. The last one I did was in Season 5, and that was a while ago at this point. So let's go ahead and place all this and let's get an aerial view just to see how this looks. I think that's perfect, honestly. If anything, I'd make it a little longer, but I guess we'll just see. Say the tower, I'm thinking about putting like just right here. Like right here, it's just a solid spot. I'll actually move it over just a little bit more. Solid spot. This actually doesn't need to be dug out. Boom. Little walkway. Some torches on this end, and yeah, that's gonna be where the tower goes. So let's that's not what I meant to do. Let's go ahead and build up the door frame here, and we're gonna have to gather a little bit more supplies. Let's gather up a bunch of stone. We need to get wood, which I don't know if I have any of that, honestly. Let's check it here, I guess, and see if there's any oak. This oak is the wood that I use for this. Let's see. 58. Yeah, that's not going to be enough, but it'll be enough just to get us started. So I'm just going to show you 3 little layers of this. So let's get some stone brick. And boom. It's pretty straightforward. Just, whoops. It's like this. And 2 out. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yeah, this is definitely gonna have to go out some. So let's use this very little dirt that I have. And go get some more from the chest. Should get a bed over here. I'm tired of having to fly back. I think I'll just connect it. I'm gonna have to do some more terraforming off camera. I'm trying to focus. That's why I'm kind of trying to do this quick. I'm trying to focus on getting this done and also having a terraform. But it's pretty straightforward. Just bring it all out to here, and then I'll make it look better in a second. I'm also incredibly tired. That's a given. Can't wait to go to bed. Boom, 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 boom. Just fill this in. We're gonna have to deal with mobs here in a second. And yeah, it's just same on each side pretty much. Boom. Something doesn't add up because I can't count. So let's correct this. Damn it. Building things that go diagonal is hard. And let's just make sure that everything adds up and looks good. Looks good to me. So let's just build this up a little bit. And then I'm going to build up the entire tower. Then that'll wrap it up for this episode. And then the next episode, of course. In the next episode, we'll do the staircase around the top. And we'll do the rest of it, place the glass and everything. Let's go sleep because the mobs are already getting annoying. So yeah, I think you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. Just divide it into 2 episodes. And hopefully have it done by the end of next episode. And then I guess we'll start with the crayfish stuff. I don't know. That's going to take a while to accomplish though, because there's a lot of crafting that I have to do with all that, and it's going to be very annoying. So it's going to be stuff that I have to do off camera or on a live stream if I ever do one of those again, because it has been a while since I've streamed and gotten anything done. But this is going to be 20 blocks tall, and yeah, so it's going to look like this the whole way up. So I'm going to build up the rest of this, then we'll end off this episode. Alright, so I've got the height of the tower done. Like I said, it's 20 blocks tall, and in the next episode we'll be adding this bottom staircase that goes, you know, up, and then we'll put the glass on top, and then we'll put the roof on, and then we'll build the beacon inside of here, put the staircase in, of course, and that'll be it for the tower. Then at some point we'll get the plane and stuff crafted from the crayfish mod whenever I add that. But yeah, again, I know this is the last couple episodes haven't really been much, but I kind of want to branch out the episodes a little bit. I don't want to make them as long as I've been making them recently, because it's been a lot harder for me to edit them, and I frankly don't think you guys enjoy the longer episodes, given how the views have been on quite a few of them recently. So I think I'm gonna just go back to what I've been doing, and kind of just branch a couple things out, maybe do some builds in one episode. But for the most part, I don't want to keep making longer episodes, because then it's more just more of a hassle. And given the fact that video size goes up and up and up and up the longer the episode gets, it makes it really hard to, you know, have the videos, because I don't have the most space on my computer, of course. We've all established this, of course, with this lag. Here we go. So, yeah. And I'm sure this episode is probably already going to be like 2 gigabytes or something. So, yeah, the longer the episode, the longer they take to edit. That's a given, honestly. And, yeah, it's just a lot harder to actually keep up with the series when the episodes are super long. So that's kind of one reason why I haven't really been enjoying uploading this series, but I'm trying to get back into it. I've actually surprisingly enjoyed the last couple episodes I've done. So yeah, that's a shocker. But I'm gonna end this episode. Yeah, not really my best commentary, but it happens. I'm not a perfect YouTuber, and sorry that I keep burping. I just had something to eat. So yeah, it happens. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you did. Any comments, suggestions, whatever, I'll take them. Join my Discord server and check out my second channel. The links to those are in the description. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye.